You know, we use our phones, our laptops, all day, every day. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's actually happening inside that makes them work? I promise you, it's not magic. It's actually a dynamic duo. Two core parts working together in perfect harmony. And today, we're going to demystify your device's brain.
I mean, seriously, think about it. You click an icon, and boom, a program opens. You start typing, and words just appear on the screen. It feels totally instant, almost magical. But behind that screen, there's this incredibly fast, perfectly coordinated dance making it all happen.
And here's the secret. It's not one big superbrain doing everything. It's a partnership. It's a team of two, where each one has a supercritical role. And once you understand how they work together, you've pretty much unlocked the secret to how all modern technology really works.
So, to make this all make sense, let's use a little analogy. Let's forget about circuits and code for a minute, and instead, I want you to think of your computer as a really busy kitchen.
It pretty much breaks down like this. On one side, you have the chef. That's your CPU. This is the guy who does all the active work, right? The chopping, the mixing, the cooking. And on the other side, you've got the countertop. That's your memory. It's the workspace where the chef lays out only the ingredients and recipes needed for the dish they're making right now.
So, let's start with the star of the show, the master chef of our kitchen, the CPU. This is the component you always hear about, and for a really good reason. It's the engine of the whole operation.
The central processing unit. Yeah, it sounds super technical, but its job is actually pretty simple. In our kitchen analogy, the CPU is the master chef. It's the one who reads the recipe, follows every single instruction, and turns that pile of raw ingredients into a finished meal.
So what is our chef actually doing all day? Well, a few key things. First, it performs calculations. That's like measuring out the flour and sugar perfectly. Second, it makes logical decisions, like, hey, is the water boiling? Yes? Okay, then it's time to add the pasta. And finally, it manages the entire flow of data. It's basically the traffic cop of the kitchen, making sure every ingredient gets to the right place at the exact right time.
But here's the thing. Even the world's greatest chef is pretty much useless without a good workspace, right? A chef needs a clean, organized countertop to work efficiently. So now it's time to meet the second, equally important part of our duo, memory.
We're talking specifically about RAM here, random access memory. And there are two words you really need to remember, temporary and quickly. This is your kitchen countertop. It's where you put things you're working with right this second. When you're done cooking, you clean it off for the next meal. This is not for long-term storage. It's all about high-speed, in-the-moment access.
So your countertop, your RAM, it holds a few really important things. It holds all your currently open applications. Think of those as your recipe books, all open to the right page. It stores the data you're actively working on. Those are your ingredients, all measured out and ready to go. And its entire purpose is to provide those things to the chef, the CPU, instantly. The chef should not have to run to the pantry for every single grain of salt. That would be crazy slow.
Okay, so we've met the chef and we've seen the workspace. Now for the main event. Let's put them together and watch the magic really happen. This is the core loop that powers literally everything you do.
It's a really simple three-step dance. First, the chef, our CPU, grabs an instruction from the recipe that's sitting on the countertop, our memory. Second, the chef reads that instruction to understand what to do, add 2 eggs. And third, the chef just does it. It executes the command, adding the eggs to the bowl. This is the rhythm: fetch, decode, execute, over and over.
But here is the absolutely mind-blowing part. That simple three-step dance doesn't happen once or twice. It happens billions of times, every single second. This constant, non-stop, lightning-fast communication between the chef and the workspace is what creates that smooth, seamless experience you get on your device.
So, this is all pretty fascinating, but why should you actually care about any of it? Well, because when you understand this partnership, you finally understand why some computers are blazing fast and others are painfully slow. It completely demystifies those tech specs you see when you're looking to buy a new device.
And here's how simple it is in the real world. A faster CPU speed, that just means you have a quicker chef, one who can follow recipes at a blistering pace. More memory or RAM, that just means you have a bigger countertop. This lets you work on more complicated meals or have a ton of different recipes open at once without everything getting slow and cluttered.
Let's see how this actually applies.
For web browsing, especially if you're like me and have 30 tabs open, you don't need a super fast chef as much as you need a massive workspace to lay out all those tabs. But for something intense like gaming or video editing, oh, you need the best of both, a brilliant fast chef and a huge organized workspace to handle all that data at once.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. They are a team. One can't really work well without the other. Think about it. A world-class chef with only a tiny little cutting board for a workspace is going to be slow and bottlenecked, and a gigantic, beautiful kitchen countertop is totally useless if the chef is slow and inefficient. Real performance is all about the balance between these two.
But this leaves us with one final question, right? If our countertop, our memory, is temporary and gets wiped clean every single time we're done, where do we keep all our recipes and ingredients for later? What serves as the computer's pantry and refrigerator? Well, that's a story for another explainer.